You will like this drama if you've liked the 12 years ago 民国 drama. What can I say? They are just like destined as screen couple. Hello, you're watching Avenue X, where Junkie and Good Storytelling shares her thoughts, knowledge, and occasional weird ideas on stories and how they're told. 今生有你, a chance meeting or because of love, depending on which translation you're looking at, is a 30-episode drama that's being aired on the platform Youku plus the satellite television CCTV 8. It is directed by Liu Jinji and led by Zhong Hanliang and Li Xiaoran. The drama is based on a novel written by the very, very famous Chinese female novel writer Fei Wo-si-cun, who is famous for writing highly mellow and torturing love stories. For this drama, the novel's original title is 爱你是最好的时光. Loving you was the best times. This drama started shooting at the end of 2020 around Christmas, and it took them 4 months to finish shooting until April last year. And initially it was named 往后余生. Then they changed the title a couple of days before airing into 今生有你. And then it has 2 different English names. And then it has a different original novel name. So, in terms of naming, they really overdid it. When this video goes out, the drama is very close to the end, so this is close to final review on it. I'll give it a 2 gold mine rating. Definitely has a little bit personal preference and nostalgia score for it. This is a contemporary setting romantic drama about 2 middle-aged person who used to be super in love when they're much younger, and due to some misunderstandings and very classic melodrama plot, they have moved on their own separate path, but neither of them actually had a really good and happy life during those years. So the story starts at the moment of their re-encounter, and let's see what happens later. I'll try to go through my positive and negative points without spoiling you too much about the plot. But in another way, plot is really not that important for this drama. So, on the positive end, number 1, probably for most of the people who are watching this drama, the motivation for us to click is nostalgia. 12 years ago, 2010, there was a drama, 来不及说我爱你, Republic of China setting romantic epic drama, also led by Zhong Hanliang and Li Xiaoran, also based on a novel written by Fei Wo-si-cun, and it was super popular, highly claimed as one of the super romantic melodramas of its time. Around the time of, let's say, 2012 to 13, that tune in the drama was my ringtone and my alarm clock tone. Even now, when I hear that tone, my brain will just immediately put me back in time. Now, 12 years later, we see these 2 actors coming back together as another star-crossed lover couple of a work that's by the original same author. And now it's contemporary time. So it's almost like a second incarnation. It's like the character's reincarnation in contemporary time. You will like this drama if you've liked the 12 years ago 民国 drama. The second thing is on the hardware department of things, the production quality. This drama definitely is also on the very good end. You wouldn't call it something that has outstandingly well produced quality camera work wise or music wise or editing wise or style wise, but it's on the high end of things getting properly and well done. None of the technical things will bother you, basically, while you watch this drama. And also, it doesn't have some common sense of Chinese dramas, such as skin smoothing. I was surprised that they really kept a very minimum with tweaking how young people look. You can tell. Both actors, although they're much younger in appearance compared to their real age, still you're able to see the details that shows you they're no longer that young. And everyone uses their own voice. Sounds like a lot of live recording, which I highly appreciate, although that could be a tiny problem. We're gonna talk about that later. So production quality wise, it's very nice to watch. The texture of it goes with the way it is shot and the story is told. They're very in sync in style. For example, in props, in costumes, you see a lot of details that will reflect the characters set up their life, what they've gone through in their previous history, that result in them looking in a particular way. And then in the storytelling itself, the pacing, the actual lines people speak and how each scene is shot also has the same quality, which is very detailed. pay a lot of attention to the tiny things type of storytelling, so it feels very, very coherent. That leads to the third good point of this drama is it's very 细腻, finely textured. It's more on the slower pacing end, and they try to dig out the most amount of emotional and in between the lines people's feelings and thinking in each scene, and give you all the things you want to look at. They know what audiences, targeted audiences, are in this drama for, and they give that to you fully, 100%. The fourth thing is, if you compare it to the original story, the drama actually reduced significantly the melodrama element of the original novel. I haven't read it word by word, but I've read the synopsis and know basically the important plot-wise what happens, and it's so mellow. It's like over the top 狗血. Dog blood. When the novel was written back in 2012, it probably was better accepted then than now in the market. People really are not a fan of this type of super mellow plot anymore. I think the production knows it might become a really big problem if they follow to a T of the original novel. So they cut down a lot of that plot. For example, why the couple who love each other so much break up, and then what they've gone through in their life afterwards and how they come back. A lot of details gets changed. Character setups, timing of things, reasoning behind things, what exactly happened, all that. So that the drama becomes more relaxed, realistic, and I definitely agree that it's the right thing to do for this production. The fifth thing, yeah, a lot of good things, is definitely the casting. Apart from the two leads who are like godsend screen couple, and most people just love so much whenever Zhong Hanliang and Li Xiaoran comes together, it just works. You know, they have it. Like I said in weekly videos, Zhong Hanliang working opposite other actresses just never kind of quite work as well as when it's Li Xiaoran. Whenever it's Li Xiaoran there, he just explodes. All his acting talent gets reflected by Li Xiaoran being the mirror standing in front of him. And if it's not her, it just doesn't work as well. What can I say? Like, they are just like destined as screen couple. But apart from these two, who are just so enjoyable to watch, the second lead couple, Wang Yang and Tian Leixi, also is very interesting. Wang Yang, very charismatic actor and very suitable for this type of role. Whereas Tian Leixi, she just does this female second role who has a very tight relationship with our male lead, but who is also very logical thinking, rational, doesn't resolve to any kind of bad female second characters' ways of making our female lead's life difficult. Plot, character setup, whatever. She's just such a lovely, independent, strong, intelligent, not without emotional depth or shortcomings as a person, but still very lovely character. And their story is very well integrated with our main lead couple. Then you have the Junge character played by Wang Xiao, the not really female lead's husband role in this drama version. I've loved him ever since 10 Miles of Peach Blossoms, when he was Siming. And he's also played so many other roles, so many diversities, and whatever role he plays, he makes it perfect. And also the screen version of this character is significantly changed from the novel version, and definitely much, much more lovable, and I love everything he has, whether it's with female lead Li Xiaoran or with their son. And the son, young actor, also adorable kid. It's such a relaxed, natural way of acting. Then the grandfather role by Zhang Chengguang, old veteran actors know exactly what they're doing. So pretty much every important role of this drama is played by a good actor that's suitable. They even have the younger version of Li Xiaoran and Zhong Hanliang played by two different actors, Fan Shiran and Zhan Yu. They're so detailed about keeping it believable that they make the younger actor of Zhong Hanliang's role also speak with a similar, very southern Mandarin accent. Then, on the negative end, why this drama may not suit, I'm guessing, certain audiences. First is, it really isn't plot heavy. And if you have to look at the plot of it, it's really old-fashioned and still melodrama. Some classic stuff not really included, but similar in terms of how old-fashioned it is. Getting terminal disease and, getting hit by a car and lose your memory and find out you're actually biologically related later in the drama. That's like the classic thing in Asian dramaland. Not exactly the same thing in this drama, but on the same level. So you can expect actually all the important story plot point turns already, and it doesn't have anything new, and then it's not really that engaging in terms of the plot itself, page turning. If you're looking for a very exciting story to watch or very fast-pacing story, this is not the one. And obviously, if you're not in for the nostalgic value of this drama, it may not appeal to you that much. Second thing, just a technical part of the thing, is if you are very Mandarin fluent and you can tell accents very easily, then it may still be a little bit weird when Zhong Hanliang and Li Xiaoran, or pretty much Zhong Hanliang and everyone else talk, because he has such a strong accent, like super strong, and pretty much everybody else has perfect Mandarin and more the mainland standard northern pronunciation. Sometimes when he has to speak long paragraphs, particularly medical terms, it starts to get really funny. And also, I remember clearly many years ago, back in the early 2000s, he was in a drama called 午夜阳光. In that drama, a contemporary one also, he also used his own voice. There wasn't any dubbing. But back then, his Mandarin accent is better, lesser strong than now. His Mandarin actually regressed. Does feel like he never really put any work into trying to be able to play different accents, basically. Anyway, not significant, but it could become a hindrance of people being able to fully get into the story. Then this drama, like I said, because of its very gentle pacing, not so plot and mellow, heavy way of telling the story, in a way does require a bit of patience for the audiences to sit through. I mean, honestly, for myself, I did also speed through certain parts. I understand everyone is super busy these days and we are very impatient. Still though, overall, I love this drama. I think it's very enjoyable. I would recommend people to take a look at it. It has an older couple who are not the typical leads of the contemporary romantic drama, but they are special. Okay, although they're close to 50 years old, both of them, they're still special. They still beat a lot of little fresh meat in that respect. And one final thing before I go is this drama's producer is also the producer of 来不及说我爱你. He's the husband of Li Xiaoran. So basically, her husband is a fan of her previous work and her CP fan of her with Zhong Hanliang. And he is adamant when they were doing this project about getting Zhong Hanliang and Li Xiaoran back and play this drama. He loves 来不及说我爱你. He rewatches that drama all the time, and he's a huge couple fan of these two. And he, in an interview recently, said, if it's possible, when both of them get to 60, Li Xiaoran and Zhong Hanliang, I'll make them come back again and make a elderly people's love story as a couple again. And I would definitely found money and be a producer again to do that. How lucky and how rare and how incredible that is. Don't think that happens a lot in Dramaland, but it's definitely the coolest thing. So, all the CP fans of Zhong Hanliang and Li Xiaoran, lucky you, lucky me, lucky us. We may have a drama 15 years down the road when they start to have like gray hair. We're gonna see them back on screen again as a couple, and the producer is gonna be her husband. Life is crazier than dramas sometimes. So, thank you for watching Untitled Chapter. I'll see you in my next video. Meanwhile, live long and happy drama watching.